there, and welcome back to Japan, where I'm going to be giving you a reaction and review to Switch by CHELMICO, something like that. They have a name, however I pronounce it. Anyway, as always, if you want to see the reaction, I've just done it. To watch that, you have to pause this video, click the little link in the description below. It opens up a separate YouTube player where you can watch the reaction. And then, once you're happy that you've heard the song, and heard it with me even, then you can come back here where I'm about to give you the review now. So are you ready for the review? If not, then pause it, because here it comes. Okay, so as I say, I've got something of an affinity for this style. I like this kind of style of poppy hip-hop. It works for me, but there are certain things that are often done wrong in this style of music, in my subjective opinion, but I think a lot of people probably would agree. And, you know, it's not the easiest style to pull off. I guess one way you could say is that doing sort of poppy hip-hop is one of those genres where anyone can do it, but doing it right is very difficult. And that's why I was so pleased with this song. The first two songs I heard by these guys, I liked them. I liked them a lot in tone. I liked the fact that there was a really good sense of what the beat was supposed to be under the song. You know, it had a sort of good underpinning. There was some good delivery. There was some nice ideas. There was some really fun, like, imagery in some of them with the videos. You could tell the videos were really synced in with the mood of the song. It felt like there was something definitely going on there, but it also, like I said in the reaction, felt a little bit like they were not even sandbagging, but not quite using the most of their potential. And like I say, that's where in this particular genre, it's really important to remember that if you want to do something special, you kind of got to go that extra mile, because anyone can do it, but doing it well, doing it spectacularly, really making the most of it is the big thing. And the reason I say that is because unlike in more traditional forms of hip hop and rap, where, you know, you kind of expected to set a tone, often more serious, and, you know, there's usually more of a consistency expected. With poppy hip hop, you can really take advantage of the fact that it is light in tone, and therefore hip-hop lends itself to being musically very, very diverse, because obviously the vocal delivery is kind of atonal for the best part, with exception to hooks and choruses. It's not about having a melody, it's about the rhythm, it's about the flow. Therefore, you can change up the backing and do absolutely anything you want with the backing music, because so long as it stays in time, it's not going to collide with the vocals. It's just going to change the background of the image. So this is why remixes are so popular in hip-hop, is because of the fact that obviously, you know, the backing music just has to remain in time. And then obviously it has to be in tune with the chorus, I guess, but otherwise just has to remain in time. So this is something where, like I say, there is that massive room to be playful, and it really should be used, because, you know, that's the whole point of the genre as far as I'm concerned, this sort of poppy hip-hop music. And also, even though it's poppy, even though it's fun, you want to hear good vocal delivery, because, like I say, hip-hop, rap, it's atonal. You know, as a general, I know someone's going to point out there are exceptions, but as a general, it's not about the tone, it's not about the pitch, it's about the delivery. Therefore, if you're not creative with it, then you've got nothing to, you know, really rely on, or nothing to show. So here, what I liked about this is, first of all, the backing switched up frequently. Especially when after the first, in the second verse, I guess you could say, it was split into many sections really, but it went for a lot of things. You had a sort of almost instrumental breakdown towards the end, but you had like a more reggae bit. You had a bit where it sped up and went fast at the beginning of that second verse. You had a more sort of funky, in line with the rest of the song, first verse. It felt like it was really going for a few things, but never sort of jarringly shifting tones to the point where it lost its way. It was always kind of consistently interesting, and sort of just taking you around a different corner and showing you a different sort of direction, a different way of adapting the song as it went along, adapting the tone of the song. So it felt interesting, but not jarring, sort of, you know, consistent with, if you like, a theme. And then always coming back around, therefore, comfortably to that chorus, which was a good, fun, hip-hop-y sort of chorus. You know, again, doesn't have to be overly melodic, just a sort of enough that you can sing or chant along to it. And they did that brilliantly, which seems to be a quality that these guys have. The backing itself, as it went through its various parts, was always interesting and detailed. There were a lot of little sounds coming up. Like I say, I really liked that you could hear the bits with the piano, the little sort of Hammond electric organ coming in there, all kinds of little synthetic bits, the way that the beat didn't stay overly consistent. It did its sort of funky, bouncy, poppy thing in the chorus, but it had a bit of a shuffle there, but it sort of changed, and, you know, the beat switched up. Just because it was programmed, they didn't get lazy. They put a lot of interesting things in there. Well, I'm assuming it was a programmed beat. So, you know, there was a lot of really good eye for detail. There was a desire to keep it fun. And the girls themselves managed to really use that in their delivery. So when they were doing the rap, it felt like they were making the most out of all the changes. Like the actual delivery, their style was flipping up with it and changing, and they were following the way that the beat and the music changed. I'd be really interested to know who did that first, whether it was a completely collaborative process. Sometimes you get the beat first, you get like the beat or the production, and then you put something over it and you sort of align it later. Or sometimes, someone just writes the idea for the rap and then, the music's put underneath it. So I'd really like to know if it was done like that, or if it was collaborative, if they sort of just put it together a bit at a time together with whoever wrote the music. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if these guys actually could make their own, they could be writing their own backings. I have no idea, but I just felt this felt like really constructed, really consistent, like it was knowingly making, like say, these changes and being fun and being playful with its own formula. So it's really enjoyable. Great vocal delivery. Really fun, interesting music. So would I come back to this? That's the big question. Well, I think this is one of those ones that, certainly compared to the other two songs I heard by them, this is the one I would be most inclined to come back to first of all, just because it's got so much to get your ears into. It really feels like there's a lot on offer in this song. So I think I would be inclined to come back to this more than any of their others. And that's like saying no discredit to their other songs. I just think this one manages to achieve something a little bit more memorable. It does suffer from the fact that, well, like I say, the chorus is really good. It's not like so good as to be a real earworm. It's in my head now, but I know it's one of those ones that it's gonna dissipate and disappear from my memory relatively quickly. Because it's just kind of a fun chant along, which is great. But like I say, it's not likely to become an earworm in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I suspect this is one of those ones where it's probably gonna be one of those ones where I should be listening to it more than I do, but one day I'll just hear it again. I go, oh yeah, why haven't I listened to that in a while? I think it's going to be one of those. It's fun. It's got a lot of quality on its side. It's got a good tone. It's got, like I said, a lot of detail in there as well. I should really go back and check what the lyrics are about, because I think it was just kind of like a party pop rap, but I'm guessing with these guys there's always going to be something more interesting on offer that you're probably not even seeing, because there's a lot of like charm and character behind what they do. So as always, what I want to know now is you guys. I don't pre-research anything because it makes it more interesting to give a genuine, honest reaction, and then I can follow up on it with you guys. So tell me, obviously, if you know the band, tell me more songs or more details about this song that I should check out and things that I should know. Otherwise, I'd like to just know what you think, because I'm giving my subjective opinion as someone who's worked with music my entire life, but everyone's opinion is just as relevant. So let me know what you guys think. We can have a nice conversation about that. If you want to follow more conversations, remember we've got our social medias like our Reddit and Discord links in the description below as well, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. And as well as that, we've also got the Patreon. So a big thank you to our Patreon supporters for keeping this channel seriously alive, keeping it going, getting us through a lot of hard times we've had this year and last year as well. So either way, thank you for getting through to the end of this video, and hopefully I'll be reading your comments, replying to them, and enjoying the conversation with you guys soon, as well as some more music. But for now, from Japan, it's ciao ciao.